Welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague, live here from DreamHack, Winter and Joe Ping. And we just witnessed our second game of our first elimination match. It is Escape Gaming that managed to tie the score 1-1 against Imperial. Like a siren.
Yeah.
Slacks?
They would not go quietly.
No, they would not.
No, they would fight it. There was nightmares in both sides. There was a Bane on one team and there was a Nog on another. But hell, we still got it.
They were on the same team.
That's great. Well, whoop-de-doo. Okay. Bring the analysts.
I mean, bring out the analysts. Let's do it.
So I think our analysis is Bane and Naga were teammates.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks, Jake, for that real
making us look good.
Breakthrough in analytical commentary. But indeed, what a game. What a performance, really, from Escape. I said it at the start, we've got to keep your eye out for Koifer's Naga. And it seems kind of a pattern in the last 3 games we've seen. It's all about having that late game call, whether it be Terrorblade or Naga Siren. Teams, they're seeming to make it work. And I mean, even in a game like this where you can't deny Imperial did a lot to try and stop it. It was close up until the end. We saw a really good team fight at the end where Imperial actually were able to take down, I believe, 4 heroes at least. We've actually got a replay of the fight that actually ensues after that one that we'll be able to show you on screen right now. But I mean, this is where, you know, down the mid lane they come. It seems like they've got a chance, but it kind of breaks apart, doesn't it, really, again, for Imperial?
And this was following the good team fight at top lane. This was really the only... Imperial, for the first time the entire game, had all the lanes pushed out. That was, like, monumental for them. So, like, oh, we got to go for a fight. We don't have to worry about the split push. They've lost all their range racks at this point, but fight, it ain't going so well.
Yeah, and Yapstor's clock play. The whole game, hitting hook shots consistently in there, and in key moments like this, getting the 2. Initially, they do turn around, bring it down incredibly low, and they do end up finishing him, but that setup allows them to get not only just the Storm, but also the Legion, and immediately the buybacks start to come out for Imperial. But when they're losing the rest of the members like this, you know, Ace Noy left behind, there's no way that you can use these buybacks, the one that's already come out, Baby Knight, to really get yourself back in the fight. And Escape Gaming realized that themselves. You know, with their 3 buybacks, they say, all right, this is the opening, this is the time to push. And it pretty much was off the back of that push they were able to seal the deal in this game. But indeed, a game that it took their time for Escape Gaming to be able to finish it off. But in the end, that last very calculated call to just get the buybacks all out. There's no kind of messing around from Escape. They weren't buying back to fight. They were buying back to finish the game.
You mentioned Yapster and his clock. He really was the stand-up player. The Hex just being able to lock down the Storm. It felt like Baby Knight just couldn't snowball like he was meant to. He got a lot of farm. He was kind of almost keeping up with the Naga Siren, which is really impressive. But when it came to the big team fights, Clock is there, hooking him, pushing him back with the cogs. The Hex follow up. They later got an Abyssal Blade as well. There was so much control that they dealt with the Storm just fine.
Yeah, and talking about the late game as well, I mean, you were saying earlier how much Pugna can offer, and we were seeing it there. You know, it kind of worked both ways. If he got jumped on by the Jug with the Diffusal, Abyssal Blade or whatever, he was pretty much gone. But at the same time, if he kind of gets his space, he can wipe cores even at 60 minutes into the game because of that life drain with the Axe.
The burst damage that we're seeing coming out of that. Any hero that was decrept, like the Clockwork was in his cogs and then he got decrept and was getting life drained, he died in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And he can't get out because he's decrept, so he can't even attack his own cogs to escape from it. It was absolutely brutal, but I think with that, like, core Pugna safe lane, you need a mid that maybe dishes out a bit more physical damage or something. Or you need Storm to just have a better game, which wasn't really made possible because of all the lockdown on the Radiant side, so.
Yeah, I mean, we were seeing the late game, Baby Knight was still able to find kills, but it wasn't quick kills. It was, you know, looking towards Era, and he was blade throwing away, and Baby Knight was able to chase him. But it was a lot of time that the Storm was then committing for that 1 kill where...
And a lot of his mana pool too.
Exactly.
Pretty much keep zipping, keep going through it. Oh, I've got no mana, I'm dead, and that's kind of how the game ended. Storm overcommits for a kill on the Jug, doesn't even get the kill, and then he's out of mana, so.
Yeah, I mean, looking obviously to this final game, deciding game, loser to go home, it's pretty crucial, of course, for both teams that they make it through to day 2 with this performance. Well, do you think we're going to see, I mean, what are you looking to see Imperial change up from that game too? I mean, are we going to see no more Pugna, or do you feel that necessarily wasn't the weak link?
Please give me a Naga band. I mean, forget about what the teams want. Just do it for me, please.
I mean, we have had some long ones here. It's classic LAN.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be
nice.
LAN without some very, very long and intense games like this one. I mean, this necessarily wasn't a long game where nothing was happening. It was a long game where fights were happening every 2 minutes. But a lot of hectic stuff, and indeed this 1-1 does mean we're going to go to that deciding matchup very, very shortly indeed. We'll pass back to Chief and Slacks to hear what they've got to say in the run-up to this final game of the day here at DreamHack LAN.
Are you also hoping that there won't be an Ag Siren there?
You know what? I don't care anymore. After hearing that, a analyst panel, I'm hyped. Something about OD Pixel just gets my blood pumping. I'm ready for another Naga game. Let's do it. Bring out the techies. Let's have a 3-hour one, boys. I don't want to go home.
I think the teams will have something to say about that as well.
Let's do it.
So yesterday we had the chance to talk to some of the players.
Did we?
We had the chance to talk to some of Imperial's players.
Oh.
And I believe we have a bit of footage for you from that.
Great.
I am Yazid, aka Yapsor, shout out that, and I play position 4 for Escape Gaming.
He pops the stick charges, actually no, with the triz, he can turn, he can fight, and ooh, the stick charges from the Yapsor keeps him alive.
Yeah, I actually don't remember a thing of how I got my nickname. I was always afraid that I would get interviewed and somebody would eventually ask me that question, and I actually completely forgot. I think I dreamt of it or something. I don't think there's anything that can be exactly compared to DreamHack. It's just a nice place for gamers to gather up, has a nice vibe going. The last time I've been here, I kind of knew that I wouldn't place well, but this time time has passed and we're not really afraid of any team. We're just here to perform and we know we can do well.
Well, if anything, that kill there on the Sven, it makes him even farm with the Sven.
Oh, nice hook from Yap.
The 4 teams that are here in this event haven't qualified to the major, and we all know that after this event there's going to be a pretty long break until the major ends. So I think every team is going to bring their A game to this event because it's basically a major for us 4. And everybody just wants to go home on a win.
Jebaited dummies. That was Yapsor. Gotcha.
Got him.
Got him.
He plays for Escape Gaming.
He sure does. Yappy Hot 4, one of the best position 4s out there. The clock, the hooks, the pudge. Could we see more? Probably.
We could see more, but not from Yapsor. Because...
Should we give it to him? Should we just give him the video now?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they've earned it.
They did. Let's hear from Ace this time. This time from Imperial.
Okay. Or is it?
I am Ace from Imperial.
And he's looking to get the vision to allow Ace to jump in, and indeed he's found Yapsor. And that'll be a quick and easy kill here for the side of Imperial.
DreamLeague has been like special, kind of. It's been like it's so big and there's so many people here compared to the others. We try not to think about the results and how important it is. We just try to focus on one game at a time. So I try not to think about it because I don't want to like be nervous when I play. Like I remember the last lane I was with, I listened to some music that I really liked just to calm me down a bit and just like get in the zone, you could say.
Is he going to go for something cheeky? Backup will be there from Hesse Joe.
Might just insta-kill Sin. Yeah, okay, he does.
With the crit, he's gone. Sin's out of the game.
Our preparation is just like talk about the game, talk about our opponents 15 minutes before the game. What are we gonna do to calm ourselves, I guess. I think we'll have more support unless we play against a Swedish team like Alliance, then they will hate us for sure.
There's the second Ravage as well. Can they get the damage out though? Ace still alive.
Can't do it.
And fight. They've lost 4. It's a triple kill for Baby Knight.
We didn't expect to be at top 1 with some other teams in the group. We are really happy about it, and we are really happy that we could make it here. Everybody can win over everybody at this point. Like you just have to get a momentum going, and then you can probably we can win as well. I'm sure about that if we are feeling good.
Such a humble guy.
What a humble lad.
Yeah.
I didn't even think we'd make it with such great teams. And then he's in here just destroying them.
Yeah. Well,
Sounds nice.
not previous game, but yeah.
Well, I mean, he might do it this time, you know?
He could.
That's the scariest dude, the guy that
Yeah.
smiles at you and says, oh, I respect you so much. Gotcha.
Yeah. And still saying that he's also dealing with a lot of pressure and how he deals with it. That's actually quite interesting to hear as well. And,
Indeed.
And fear not, even if you're 4th in this league, next to getting, I mean, all these teams had 10 wins in LAN. That's already $10,000 in the pocket.
Dang.
And if you end 4th, aka last, you get 20,000. You got already 30,000 in the pocket. You're done. You're good.
Wow.
I mean, there's 90,000 for the winner. You know, there's still more to be had if you want to, but you know, there's nothing to scoff at.
Why even play?
Well,
Let's just forfeit. Just take the money. Go. Go. I'd do it. Easy money.
yeah, but that's because you won't win.
Well, of course. Yeah, that's a really good point. Well, as I ponder that, Cheaper.
Okay, we are gonna go into the draft. We have our third game coming up here, and indeed, this is it.
This is it. Someone's going home, baby.
Someone's going home after.